Hey, this is Phoenix, back with another review. This time, Green Arrow number 2 by Joshua Williamson and Sean Izakkse. This will be a quick one, mostly because not a crazy amount happens between the first and second issue. Um, but it starts with seeing that Roy is preparing to go after Amanda Waller like a madman, and in green text, it Ollie is basically like talking about how Roy, when he's quick to anger, especially when it comes to people he cares about more so than anyone else in the Arrow family. um and he talks to Black Canary. He's like, get out of my way if you don't want to do what I'm doing, and she's like, I'm with you. And I like that a lot. They're in it together. uh they get help with Oracle, which is cool because Black Canary and Oracle were on Birds of Prey, and they use her to help get to where Amanda Waller could be. And while they're doing that, it cuts back to Oliver in which is not the future like I suspected. It is simply a, let's see. He says I'm stranded out here in sector 8675309 or something like that. He said that's Hal's whole thing. I don't even know where he would get that sector name or number. I mean, but he's somewhere, and he's just saying how like even out here in some crazy different planet or section of the world, things are still the same. There's still crime, uh, the fat cats of Wall Street, and the irony he says because there's literally a fat cat who's in charge of all the bad stuff happening. The big boss in town. Actually, as I'm looking at it, there's actually a Thanagarian on this behind him and stuff. That's pretty cool. Um, and everyone's out for his head. They thought he was a Green Lantern, but he's like, no, I'm Green Arrow. Because there isn't a Green Lantern in that sector. In Eon's, the big cat guy says, which is interesting. Uh, and then he puts out like basically about like highest bidder can take him out. And this person, I guess troublemaker. They put the word troublemaker above this woman's head. Um, and she goes after him, and they have a back and forth, which is really cool to see. Sean Izakkse is amazing with the art right now. Let's see. And right at the last second, before he gets like truly hit in the face with like her freaking fangs or the claws. I mean, uh, Leanne comes in, uh, shoots an arrow a couple times at her. I think, yeah, knocks her out with a boxing arrow, boxing glove arrow, the good old boxing glove. And then they just talk in a treehouse because you find out Oliver knew how to like make treehouse. He's like, well, if you've been stranded multiple times, you know how to do this stuff. And uh, he says, I've talked Batman and Flash into building me a better backup, a compressed tech that's stashed in the bottom piece of my quiver. So he's able to build stuff pretty quick. But he tells her that for some reason they just can't go home. He won't explain why. But she explains like there's a curse with the Arrow family. It's like every time they want to get together, they're separated via teleporting or something. Now it's like a curse. Um, Oliver says it's for the best. It's dangerous for a family to ever be together. Uh, and he hates that. And it's funny because they get to a point where Leanne brings up all the people in the family, and she brings up Hawk, Connor Hawk, and he's like, who? And he's like, and he totally forgot about his son. Like he's been just out of it for so long, and now he's like truly angry. And then at the last second, they get teleported again. And then it cuts back to Roy and Black Canary in Belle I guess. Yeah, Belle Um, asking the guards and everyone where's Amanda Waller. Um, you know, no one knows. They won't talk. And then out of nowhere, at the end, you have Peacemaker and Peace Wrecker basically saying she doesn't want anyone to know where she is, and they'll stop at nothing to stop them. So it's cool to see Peacemaker, of course. Basically, looks like John Cena now. and Peace Wrecker, I guess a woman peacemaker. Interesting. And that's how the issue ends. So overall, it's actually like so far the second issue is pretty quick, but the art really drives forward, and the writing is like really good. It's like it's not overbearing. I like this type of writing. I like Josh Williamson's writing. It's fun. It has like a like a good feel to the characters too. It's a very bouncy character dynamic. Um, which the more you read these books, you realize like different writers' perspective of like some are like tombs of writing, some are but this is just a fun, energetic book that has a cool, idea of like the Arrow family is trying to get back together. Since they've been away for so long in regards to like actual history, either like through Rebirth and New 52 and all this other stuff. And they've tried every time, but this time around, Josh Williamson has the plan to really hopefully bring them back together. And of course, there's something Amanda Waller specific that's most likely keeping them apart for some weird reason. I have no idea. I haven't read any other books with Amanda Waller in the last couple of years. Mostly because she was like a Task Force Z and other things like that. But now that she's the big thing behind the new Absolute Power coming out in like summer, the new event, and this book leads right into it. Um, so yeah, I overall I really enjoyed this second issue, and I cannot wait for a third. I hopefully that will be the next issue. Hopefully, I don't know. Depends on my schedule, but I hope you like that. Leave in the comments what you like about this issue or overall the series. Um, and I'm willing to talk back and forth because this I don't know how people feel about this book right now. Overall, not a lot of people talk about it. So, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do all that, and I'll see you guys again.